Ivanka Trump testifies she wasn't involved in documents central to her father's civil fraud trial. Her brothers have professed minimal knowledge of their father's annual financial statements, and all have blamed accountants and lawyers for any discrepancies. Time equals 400 Ms. greater than Ivanka Trump leaves the courtroom during a civil fraud trial against former President Donald Trump and the Trump Organization at the New York Supreme Court on Wednesday in New York. Yuki Iwamura, Associated Press. New York. Ivanka Trump testified Wednesday that she had no role in her father's personal financial statements, echoing her adult brothers about documents central to the civil fraud trial that could reshape Donald Trump's family business. The former president's elder daughter, who has been in his inner circle in both business and politics, rounds out a major stretch in the trial. Her father took the stand on Monday, and her brothers Eric Trump and Donald Trump Jr. testified last week. Unlike her father and brothers, Ivanka Trump is no longer a defendant in New York Attorney General Letitia James's lawsuit. It alleges that Donald Trump's asset values were fraudulently pumped up for years on annual statements of financial condition that helped him get loans and insurance. Time equals 400 Ms. greater than I wasn't involved in his statement of financial condition. Ivanka Trump, a former executive vice president at the family's Trump Organization, told the court during even-tempered testimony that provided a counterpoint to her father's caustic turn on the stand. She periodically flashed broad smiles and at one point thanked a lawyer in James's office for bringing up a 2011 development proposal, saying it brought back a lot of memories. Related. Trump lashes out from the witness stand in fraud trial before leaving the company to go with her father to the White House. Ivanka Trump was the point person in establishing a lending relationship with Deutsche Bank's private wealth management arm. It eventually extended the company hundreds of millions of dollars in loans, with terms that required Donald Trump to submit his financial statements each year. Ivanka Trump testified that her husband, Jared Kushner, introduced her to a banker as the Trumps were seeking financing to buy and overhaul the Doral Golf Resort near Miami. Advertisement. The non-jury trial will decide allegations of conspiracy, insurance fraud and falsifying business records, but Judge Arthur Engeron already has resolved the lawsuit's top claim by ruling that Trump engaged in fraud. That decision came with provisions that could strip the ex-president of oversight of such marquee properties as Trump Tower, though an appeals court is allowing him continued control of his holdings, at least for now. James, a Democrat, is seeking over $300 million in penalties and a ban on Trump doing business in New York. Time equals 400 Ms. greater than related. Donald Trump Jr. testifies he never worked on key documents in civil business fraud trial. The ex-president and Republican 2024 frontrunner denies any wrongdoing, as do the other defendants. He insisted in court Monday that his financial statements greatly underestimated his net worth, that any discrepancies were minor, that a disclaimer absolved him of liability and that this case is a disgrace. Ivanka Trump was an executive vice president at the Trump Organization before becoming an unpaid senior advisor in her father's White House. Her brothers are still Trump Organization EVPs, and they became trustees of a trust set up to run the company when their father went to the White House. The sons also have professed minimal knowledge of their father's annual financial statements. Donald Trump Jr. testified that he dealt with the documents only in passing. Eric Trump said he relied completely on accountants and lawyers to ensure the documents' accuracy. Advertisement-related. Eric Trump testifies he wasn't aware of father's financial statements, but documents show he was involved. Ivanka Trump said she didn't recall ever having provided asset valuation information for the statements or having reviewed them before they were finalized. She recalled being shown a few documents and correspondence that referenced financial statements, but that was not something I was involved in. Those were not things that I was privy to. She testified while being asked about financial statements referencing some apartments that she had options to buy in a Trump-owned building on New York's Park Avenue. State lawyers contend that Donald Trump was giving his daughter a steep discount on the apartments while claiming on his financial statements that they were worth far more. Later, she was briefly excused from the witness stand while James's legal team and defense lawyers tangled over the scope of her questioning. as a Trump Organization executive, Ivanka Trump dealt with securing a loan and a lease for a Washington hotel and financing for Doral in Florida and a hotel and condo skyscraper in Chicago, according to court filings. Time equals 400 Ms. greater than as her father's inauguration neared, she announced in January 2017 that she was stepping away from her Trump Organization job. After her time in the administration, she moved to Florida. Advertisement and Appeals Court dismissed her as a defendant in the lawsuit in June, saying the claims against her were too old. Her attorneys contended that she shouldn't have to testify. They said the state was just trying to harass the family by dragging her into court. The Attorney General's office argued that her testimony would be relevant, saying she was involved in some events discussed in the case and remains financially and professionally entwined with the Trump Organization and its leaders. Ms. Trump will do all that she can to try to separate herself from this corporation, James predicted on the way into court. But she's inextricably tied to the Trump Organization and to these properties that she helped secure financing for. Engeron and, later, an appeals court ruled that she had to testify. Related headlines: Trump lashes out from the witness stand at judge, prosecutor as he testifies in fraud trial. Donald Trump Jr. testifies he never worked on key documents in civil business fraud trial. Eric Trump testifies he wasn't aware of Dad's financial statements, but emails show he was involved. Loading. Share this article. Give this article. You can share 5 more gift articles this month. Anyone can access the link you share with no account required. Learn more. Copy link. Email article link sent. An error has occurred. Please try again. Send. Subscribe to gift this article. Time equals 400 Ms. greater than with a Press Herald subscription. You can gift 5 articles each month. Subscribe today. It looks like you do not have any active subscriptions. To get one, go to the subscriptions page. Time equals 400 Ms. greater than. Subscribe to gift this article with a Press Herald subscription. You can gift 5 articles each month. Subscribe today. Already a subscriber? Sign in. Invalid. Username, password. Please check your email to confirm and complete your registration. Create a commenting profile by providing an email address, password and display name. You will receive an email to complete the registration. Please note the display name will appear on screen when you participate. Email address, password, display name already registered? Log in to join the discussion. Only subscribers are eligible to post comments. Please subscribe or log in first for digital access. Here's why. Time equals 400 Ms. greater than. Use the form below to reset your password. When you've submitted your account email, we will send an email with a reset code. Email address and questions, comments to the editors. Previous Putin calls for closer Russia-China cooperation on military satellites. Prospective weapons next. Fishing groups sue 13 U.S. tire makers over rubber preservative that's deadly to salmon. Filed under Donald Trump related stories. Latest articles. Encore concert of hope plan to lift spirits and bring harmony to a hurting community. Lewiston, Auburn. Lewiston man charged with 2 felonies in September police chase. Community sports. Local golf results. Politics after Ohio vote. Advocates in a dozen states are trying to put abortion on 2024 ballots. Arts and entertainment. Patrick Dempsey named People magazine's sexiest man alive.